Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to Big Mike Beard Wisdom. So, another day on the Gambler, and essentially what we're looking at is checking out the AC system. So when I did the mechanical kind of quick once over, I saw there was a little bit of something down here. So you can still kind of see it a little bit, that kind of neon colored stuff down there. That could be dye, and it could indicate that the AC compressor is leaking or leaked at one point in time and it was just never cleaned off. So I picked up one of these. So I almost bought an entire kit, so with the can and everything, but I kind of figured this was about 16 bucks at Walmart, so not too bad price wise, and it'll kind of answer my questions, because essentially this should hook to a service port. I don't know if it'll be that one or if it has to be the high pressure one, but that'll feed the gauge. And then by not moving the actual lever over there, that should remain sealed, so I should be able to check it real quick without having to have a can hooked to it. Whenever you're messing with AC stuff, a lot of times they're black caps. This one had like a blue cap, and these are held in with straighters. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of green stuff in there. So that might be oil, that might be dye and stuff like that, but don't lose these caps. These caps are part of the sealing system, so that straighter isn't 100% super airtight, pressure tight, always 100% of the time. So having this cap on helps you to actually maintain your proper AC pressures. So if you happen to drop one or lose it, definitely go get a new one and slap that sucker on. And then normally you've got a high pressure hose and a low pressure hose. One will be really big, one will be kind of smaller. Depending on the vehicle, they can be in different locations. This one's just sitting out here in free space and looks like it's easy to get to. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook this to it. So as you can see right now, no pressure kind of stuff. And now we're, okay, so that's fun and exciting. But on the bright side, I've got charge. So hopefully the AC should work. Ooh, little bubbly in there. So that little bubbles and stuff like that you kind of saw, that kind of goes to show you that it's not 100% super tightly sealed. And that that's a possible leak point. So this is something for me to remember. We've got this hooked up, AC's running. You can see it's living in like that filled range. So this should be pretty good. When I was reading the directions, it said that you wanted to fire the car up and have the AC on max and recirculate. So with this in this range, theoretically we should be good. Now granted, it's not like full on how a mechanic would do it, because essentially we would pull this down, evac the whole thing, see how much was in it, go to the actual refrigerant sticker thing over here, figure out how much it should have inside, and then charge it out properly. So whether or not this is exactly where it's supposed to be is a matter of debate, but it theoretically has plenty in it. The fact this keeps going down, it's kind of depending on the sequence that things are going through. So you can see right now, the cooling fans are just shutting off, and the AC compressor, I don't think is currently engaged. Now it just engaged. They ran the fans, so there should be a pressure spike coming up. There we go. So, this is working properly, theoretically. So I'm pretty happy with this little gauge. 16 bucks, kind of got it figured out. Not overly expensive. And this should be pretty simple because this works with both the piercing style cans and the resealable cans. So whenever I'm ready to actually charge it, I just screw a can on this end, watch the gauge, bump it every now and then. Woo, there goes the big fan. To make sure it's properly filled. And just leave it at that. If you guys are kind of curious about your particular car, you don't know why the AC is not working, you can always do the same thing. Kind of pick it up, check it. Now, if this was empty, so if I hooked into it and nothing changed, so the pressure didn't move at all, then I would know that I have a problem. If this was just at a low charge, so let's say it was at, say, 10, then you can almost guarantee that there isn't going to be too much air in there, because with it being a pressurized system, it's really hard for a pressurized system to miraculously suck in air. Now we know the AC is working on the Gambler. It's one less thing to worry about. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll check you next time.